Hey everybody, it's time for the most metal Monday night. I'm your host, Robb Zipp, coming to you from Texas at 7 p.m. And my guests are from Terrordome in Poland, where it's 1 a.m. their time. Let's get to them right after this. All right, we returning back to the show. We got Lucas, Various, and we got Mateus from the band Terrordome.
Hey, man.
I'm actually going to rearrange this. You guys are more important than me. There we go. There we go. So welcome back to the show. Welcome to the show for the first time, Mateus. Good morning to you.
Good morning, I guess. It's
Good
dark
night.
outside. Yeah, it's good night.
It's good night, good morning. Wherever you are, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, as they say, right?
Yep, exactly.
I also want to say, okay, so you guys saw the Streamyard video. I do use Streamyard to produce this. I want to give them a little shout out. I'm drinking my water out of my nice Streamyard mug, which
Nice.
in the green screen it's hard to see because of the green duck. But I'm drinking water. I've got 2 cans of Liquid Death spring water here. If you guys want to get 10% off your Liquid Death, use the code in the description. If not, that's okay too.
Cheers.
Cheers. So welcome to the show. Thanks for staying up. We got 1 viewer right now. If you are watching and you have a question or a comment, go ahead and leave us a comment. I'll put it on the show like Terrordome Thrash did right before we went up on YouTube. So I'm streaming only on YouTube right now, live on YouTube. This will live here forever unless something terrible happens. But Lucas, we know a little bit about you, but we don't know much about you, Mateus. Tell us about Terrordome.
Yeah, so Terrordome is the band that came into existence in 2005. So now it's like 16 years. But with Virus, I must say, with Lucas, it's like a band. It's like a fresh band right now because we've got some new members on board, and we have finally recorded and released an album that we feel like it's a total blast, in our career. So I must say that this is something new and fresh right now after 16 years in Terrordome. Because we started as very old school band. We played shows in small venues and we were living like old school all the time. So this was Terrordome before. What else I can say? We focus on playing loud and very fast. We were always into Slayer, into Cryptic Slaughter, into lots of American fast thrash bands, and these are our inspirations here. So we always wanted to sound like American bands, and yeah, we just keep on doing that.
Americans or Brazilian bands sometimes, right?
Well,
we were talking about this on your album. I'm gonna show it on. I'm gonna show the Spotify here. Share screen. I guess I could have done this before, but here we go. So here's what you look like on Spotify. Here's the Terrordome, your latest release, straight out of Smog Town.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, show me all this. But you've got. I asked you, track number 6, Disordum y Regresso. which I'm saying with such a Texas accent. I was like, man, that sounds like a Sepultura song, but I don't know that song. You guys do this in Portuguese.
Well, so the first part of the song is in English. It's my part, actually. And then enters Jairo Vaz from Brazilian band Chaos Synopsis, plus Manu Joker from Brazilian band Uganga, or he was also in the band Sarcophago. Maybe somebody recalls Sarcophago, because this is the band that is very old school and well known in Brazil, and even Sepultura was highly inspired by them, so they're quite famous there. And of course, we were in Brazil on some tours, so that we've got lots of influences here, and we invited these guests because they are our brothers. So yeah, it's a pleasure to have them and have a common song about Bolsonaro's regime, which is some kind of Brazilian Trump.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Brazilian Trump is putting it nicely. So let's we're kind of going out of order, but let's talk about the songs on the album, if you don't mind. I know sure. Possessed by Blat.
Yeah, Possessed by Bliat. The Bliat is like a whore in Russian language.
Okay.
So that it talks about the disaster in Chernobyl that was under the reign of USSR.
Yeah.
It's actually the Ukraine right now, but before, it was one big country, we can say.
Right.
And it also talks about how people are being treated by the government and so on. So we decided to mix those two things together, and here we're having this wonderful hits, which I love. So that we also made a video to that.
Yeah, and we'll show that without the audio because of copyright issues, but like we can show the actual video. We can see you guys in action anyway. Next up, you have Steel on the Road.
Yeah, so this song is about the road, about traveling, about being tough on the road while giving concerts and so on, because we somehow belong to the road.
Gotcha.
We haven't released maybe many albums, but we were always playing. Every weekend we went on small gigs. We had our bus, and we love to make it. So we are somehow connected to the road, so that we decided to call it Steel on the Road. Like, we are still on the road, but there is also still like this metal on the road, that we are tough as fuck and so on.
Yeah, I mean, that's great for a band to be so far on the road, but with the pandemic and everything right now, how is that? I mean, you guys put out a new album last month.
Yeah.
I mean, what can you do to promote it?
Well, in my opinion, only by recording official music videos, and by maybe playing some stream and doing some social media stuff on the internet, and that's all, I guess.
Yeah, it's hard. Are you guys is there any word about getting any of the vaccines over there?
I mean, there is this schedule that they are going by age right now. So I don't know currently where they're at, 70 plus or something. So
now,
we'll have to wait a little bit more for vaccines.
Are you guys getting the American vaccines, or are you getting the Sputnik vaccine from Russia?
No, I think they are America's one. I think.
I know.
I hope.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know Poland is a big Catholic country, and there's some Catholic. Not the Pope has said that it's okay to get any of the vaccines, but some Catholics here in the United States are opposed to it because of the stem cell line. They don't understand science, basically.
Okay.
So I don't know if there's any of that going on there or not.
It's the same here.
It is the same there.
Lots of conspiracy theories. Yeah,
Yep.
Catholic Church wants to rule everything, and they also they having the puppets in the government. So it's terrible for me.
Right, right. That's, I mean, it's definitely a crazy time. So there's no, are you guys in a lockdown, or can you guys still get together and practice, or?
I mean, we are practicing right now every week, but no shows whatsoever. So it's only practice. Maybe we can think about doing some live stream, as Matt said before.
Yeah.
Some bands are doing because lots of local clubs and venues are closed, but some of them are streaming live shows. Like, for example, Studio is one of those venues from Krakow, and they are streaming like full shows, kind of, but without audience.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm also happy because the underground is rising here. So we had like a couple of invitations to the underground shows, like for 20, 30 people. So yeah, there is this strength in this underground, and yeah, this is possible to play even a small show right now.
How safe is that, though?
I don't know. Not maybe safe, but no. Everything is possible if you want to make it here.
Right.
I mean, Rob, to be perfectly honest with you, last year was kind of tough for us because of COVID, and we lost 3 family members because of that crap in 1 month. So the ending of the year was brutal for us. And when I joined the band, and it was last year, it was after the whole album was recorded, and I was just at one rehearsal where Mateusz and guys checked how I played, and they told me like, okay, you can join, it's all good and stuff. And then we had crazy numbers with COVID stats. And then I spoke with guys, I think I'll skip rehearsals right now, which was tough for me because, I'm just joined the band and now to say, I won't be playing, but this was really hard decision for me. So I made it. But currently I'm playing rehearsals. It was for a couple of months now, I think. And we're still trying to be as safe as possible. But for example, my daughter is going to kindergarten, so it's not anymore 100% isolation. So maybe I'm, watching out, but there is some risk, I hope it's minimal, but there is some risk that my daughter might bring something from kindergarten. So that's that about safety.
Okay. Well, man, it's been terrible. I hope you guys can get this vaccine soon, and things will happen. I'm supposed to come back to Germany for Wacken this year, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't see that happening.
Me neither.
So, well, just, guys, be safe. I know it's hard to figure out, what's the best thing to do. This has been with everybody, all over the world. So, damn.
But
I brought the party down as usual.
No. Damn. That's fine. Well, so we didn't talk about this, Lucas. You were in Vane, and that's how I became familiar with you.
Yeah.
And you left that band, and when you joined Terrordome, you were like, "Hey, Rob, I'm in this new band. Check it out." And I'm like, "Badass!" Completely. I mean, you're still a metal band, but way different.
Yeah.
Going from like a pirate death metal band to a straight up like thrash, kind of a death thrash band. It's still metal, but there's definitely I couldn't see the two bands I could see you guys like on a big bill, but not like a small bill. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's different genre. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Not
how's
completely, but a little bit. Yeah.
how's that change been for you?
I mean, in my past, I used to play more in a style of Terrordome than in a style of Vane. To be honest, I used to play different kinds of metal, from death, kind of thrash, through folk metal even, or groove metal, like in Vane. But the band I used to run in past with my friends, it was more of a it had more of a Terrordome vibe than Vane. So in this terms, it's closer to me, if we speak about genres. But I mean, I used to think like, I'm playing bass, it's okay, so it's all good. But now when I joined Terrordome, I see that with tempos that we have here, it's not as forgiving as in past bands. So in past bands, you kind of played things however you like it, you still manage, But now you need to think about economy, how you play it, in order to play it accurately, precisely. It might sound like, oh, it's just crazy fast music, but it should be precise. If it's not precise, it will sound like garbage.
Yeah.
So for me, it's a great thing, because after so many years of playing, now I have another motivation to improve my skills, and I even sign up for my first in life bass lessons, in order to get some hints or something what I can improve in order to play better. So yeah, Terrordome is a good thing that happened to me. I don't even know how it started. If Mateusz called me or I called him, I don't know.
That was
But
going to
it
be
was
my
somehow
next
like
question.
that.
Is how'd you guys get together?
Yeah, so it started from me, I think, because we had like rehearsals in the same place, room to room. We were neighbors somehow, and they were going with Vano on some tour, or to Wacken. I don't know. You guys played
Maybe.
Wacken
Yeah.
or some other gig. Anyway, you
Yeah,
were
we used to see
partying
each
and
other. Yeah.
going downstairs to the van, and yeah, and to the rehearsal room, to the van rehearsal room. And I would just walk in, because I've got like there 3 rehearsal rooms where I rented to other bands, and we also played there with Terrordome. And he was the only guy from Vane that said to me, "Hello, hi."
I believe
Other
it.
guys were like, "Yeah,
I believe it.
here we go."
I totally believe it, man, without a doubt.
Yes.
Well, I saw Vane at Wacken, and I liked them a lot, and so I sent all of them Facebook friend requests, and Lucas is the only one that accepted my request.
Yep, that's me.
He's the friendly guy.
I hope so.
So when I don't know what happened to your previous bass player, but when they left the band, and you knew you needed to replace them, you remember Lucas from the rehearsal space, right?
Yeah, exactly. Simon, our previous bassist, left because of COVID. He had to change the city that he was living because of COVID, because he lost his job.
Gotcha.
And yeah, it was more important for him and for his family to change the place of living.
Yeah.
So the first thing that came into my mind was Lucas. So it was like 2 or 3 months, like we were thinking about it, but we recorded the album this time, so I didn't get in touch with Lucas. So afterwards, I just asked him, when everything has calmed down. I asked him whether he would like to come to our rehearsal and to jam something, and yeah, he prepared a cover of Machete Justice song, yeah, and it was very good, yeah.
And Brutal Punishment, I think.
Brutal,
It was
brutal.
those. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So we bought it, and we are very happy that we could invite welcome on board a new member that is a loose guy, professionalist. He's a professionalist and he's easygoing, because we decided that we want to hang out with easygoing people.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. You don't want to hang out with a bunch of uptight, stuck up jerks.
And punks, yeah.
Yeah, some punk ass bitches.
Exactly.
Well, that's good. That's good. Well, I'm glad it worked out, because it didn't seem like it was very long when you left Vane to when you joined Terrordome.
I think I had more than a half of year of
Okay.
break in between bands. I think, but I think I don't feel like a new guy anymore in Terrordome. As Mateusz mentioned before, current lineup is kind of fresh, because we have also new drummer. We can say we have new drummer. I'm on bass, and we have Robb Zipp on drums, and the whole crew is super nice. It's like everyone helping each other. When we are recording music videos or whatever, we are packing together. Or if someone cannot pack in the morning, he will help out in the evening after the whole shoot. So the vibe in the band is really, really cool, without being uptight and jerk and whatever. Cool.
So you guys could probably have some good fun out on the road when that eventually opens up.
Probably. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah,
I hope so. Yeah,
it would be great to see you on Wacken, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask, are you on a record label? Are you an independent band? I didn't notice that.
So we are now in Self-Made God Records. This is a small label from Poland. Okay. But they are releasing like Nasum or Agatocles. They are more into grindcore,
sure,
some death metal. But I always saw that guy on many concerts, and I saw that he's a very active person. I heard lots of great things about this guy, and I decided to contact him. This is Karol. His name is Karol, and he's the owner of Self-Made God Records. And this is one-man label that does almost everything. And he has some PR companies and lots of good relationships all over the world. So when I got in touch with him, he was like, "Yeah, sure, let's release that." And when he heard the album, he was amazed with that. So that was great for me that he wanted to release it, because it kicked his ass, and he was very happy to release it. So yeah.
Oh, I mean, that's awesome when you hear something that it kicks your ass and you want to promote it. I mean, it's a great album. Honestly, I'm not saying that. I really enjoyed listening to it, and it's definitely something I'm going to listen to over and over again. It's not boring at all. It's a fun record, and
great to hear that.
Freaking. So when it comes to bands in Poland that I know of, there's Vader, there's Behemoth, and there was Vane, and now there's Terrordome. Those are the bands I know in Poland. What?
Decapitated also. Decapitated.
Yeah,
Decapitated.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize they were Polish. Okay, yeah, I know Decapitated. I think I probably have seen Decapitated.
For sure.
Yeah, they tore a lot.
There's also Cut. There was, we can say Cut, but I don't know if you know Cut. K-A-T. Yeah, quite famous bands all over the world. But yeah, what else? Acid Drinkers, but they are not famous abroad. Only in Poland.
Yeah, they are touring a lot, but mostly they are touring in Poland.
Poland only.
Yeah. I think they went to UK also, but they are staying pretty much local.
So if you did a tour of Poland, what would be your idea tour, your first tour back out on the road? just in Poland, where would you go? Obviously, you play in Krakow. Do you
Yeah.
like my background, by the way?
I love it.
Yeah, it's perfect, man.
You play right in the middle of the square, right?
Yeah, that's a good place.
Man, that would be a killer music video, though.
Yeah.
But-
After COVID, of course, yeah.
Yeah, the permits would be up crazy expensive.
Yeah, I guess that would be problematic, probably.
We'll take you for a beer if you come to Poland to this square. It's wonderful. Really.
I drink water.
Oh yeah, of course it will be water only.
How's the water there? Is it good? Are there nice springs, natural springs nearby?
Oh, there are some.
You can find some. Yeah. Even in Smogtown, so that's possible.
Even in Smogtown. Yeah, so do they call Krakow Smogtown?
Yeah. We have lots of problems. I mean, not to defend or over defend government, but local government is trying to do something, and we have those communities of people who are concerned about environment around Krakow. There's a initiative called Krakowski Alarm Smogowy. It's Krakow's smog alarm, and they still are pointing all problems and mistakes in terms of ecology and smog in Krakow. This is somehow improving because we have some restrictions about what kind of fuel you can use in your furnaces at houses. But the problem is in geography. Now, even with those restrictions in place, Krakow is kind of in lower spot, and around we have lots of villages which doesn't have those restrictions. So if depending on the weather, all that smog that's produced around is going down to our town. So plus we are building lots of new buildings all over the place. So there are no natural ways to air out the city because
natural corridors like wind corridors, something like that.
Yeah.
And people around are burning trash and everything
and low quality fuel
that we are located in, and so that lots of people are suffering from cancer and so on.
That's terrible. That's terrible. You got to get some I'm trying to think of something creative. You got to get some, like, a whole bunch of fans. Just a bunch of fans blowing out. Like a one big giant fan goes over the city.
Yeah.
Metal fans.
Yeah. And then all the birds crash into it. That's one thing about windmills here. The windmills that get electricity. The big, they have them out in the desert. These giant windmills. These birds fly right into them and just.
So I guess lots of carcasses.
Bird carcasses. Yeah. It's brutal.
Wow.
They haven't figured a way to protect the birds. It's sad. But
I don't know how you could do that in that case.
I don't know.
Having some cages around the windmill itself. I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, sure, why not? I don't see why then that I would think that would probably be okay. But just these, have you seen those windmills? They're huge.
Yeah, they're huge.
They're huge. But maybe if you made a wall around the city of windmills, just blowing, turning, maybe, I don't know. That would be expensive though. That'd be very expensive.
Yeah.
I guess this sound that goes out from the windmills, this is the frequency where animals are suffering, and in the next 50 meters, they are like running away and so on. So yeah, I heard about these terrible frequencies that they are dying even of the sound of the windmill. But maybe it's only some kind of, I don't know, gossip. But yeah, I heard also about
a conspiracy theory. Well, they definitely do make a sound. They go woo, woo, woo. So I mean,
sound.
I know, like submarine radar is very harmful to marine life. And there were issues with like whales and dolphins and stuff being beached because like the sound from the sonar it was at such a pitch it would just kill them. So they had to do some things. The U.S. Military had to do some things to stop killing all the sea life. So I mean, it's there's some science behind it. I don't know the exact truth behind it, but I wouldn't be shocked if that was true. You know, it's crazy.
It's not that easy, as you can see. You know, on one side we have smog. What can we do about it?
Yeah,
use some other ways of produce power, maybe windmills. But then on the other hand, windmills can kill animals. So you know.
Well, I mean, but also like you gotta get a different kind of energy source than burning stuff. You know,
Sure.
I mean, and you know, as an American, who am I to talk? We fucking burn everything, right? You know, gasoline is terrible for the entire planet. But I mean, there are other. We'll figure it out eventually. We'll all be dead. All of us will be dead by the time they figure it out.
Someone will figure it out.
Someone, yeah. At some point, well, it's all about money, and if they can find a way to make money off of it, then they'll promote it.
Yeah,
you know, that's all. That's what it's all about. Especially here, it's all about money.
It's everywhere, Rob. It's not especially there.
Yeah. So.
It really got dark, man. It's like I know it's night in Poland, but the topics that we are having right now are really like, what the hell?
Hey, it's metal, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
It's metal. All right. We can't play the audio again because of copyright things, but we can play the video. I want to show your Possessed by Blood video.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
No, not that one. That one. No audio. So here's your YouTube page. I am subscribed, by the way. Hopefully you've subscribed back. I know, Lucas, you have a couple of pages you're subscribed to me from, right?
Yeah.
Last
time when we spoke about cranking up numbers and stuff, yeah.
All right. You guys see that? Okay, so you guys are in our studio, white background.
Yeah.
And this is Chernobyl here, right?
Yep.
So it's the news report about the tragedy in Chernobyl.
Exactly.
I know Ukraine is the country next door to the east of Poland. How far away is Chernobyl from Krakow?
Like few thousands of kilometers. Like, I'll have to check that.
It's far. It's pretty far, I guess.
Or maybe 4, but I will have to 4,000 kilometers.
4,000 kilometers. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty far. Europe, Eastern Europe especially, is huge. Poland, people don't realize how big Poland is.
It's 900 kilometers, less than 900.
9?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, then that's not too bad then.
Also, I'm sorry.
I know some people take like tours of Chernobyl.
Yeah, that's very popular.
It's insane. Yeah, it is very popular. But you go and you take your radiation meter.
Yep.
And
you look.
Yep. It's basically like Fallout in real life.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got some thrashers. You got. I mean, it looks like it's a good video.
Nice.
Putting it together with the.
You know, I wanted to make this video like for 2 years. I got it here. I saw this studio with white background before, like 2 years before, and I planned it. And I wanted to have a simple video on white background, moshing, playing on guitars, going crazy. plus these materials taken from the TV, because I knew that it will fit and it will be easy to do, because in previous years we tried to make many videos with different plots, with some actors, and it was like wow, what the fuck, too much things, too many coasts. It was really hard for me to organize everything because I was the producer.
Right.
So I decided with guys, hey, let's make a simple video. I know that it will be good for us, good for people, and easy to be done. So this is exactly what I wanted to do, and I'm so happy with the result.
and it popped up at the end. You had some links to. So these are some of your other videos. So you made another video. For, I don't care.
Exactly.
Yep.
Is this in the same place?
Exactly. Yeah.
This
is some additional one. Mm-hmm.
Well, but you guys did change clothes.
Yeah, clothes and setup. Now we are playing more to each other.
Yeah.
Previously, it was like more kind of a on-stage look to the camera, and right now with camera running around the band.
Oh, your guitar player is wearing a Violence shirt. I got to see them at Full Terror Assault Open Air, and they were actually at Power Trip at an Evil Beat show last January. They were there, but you guys would be awesome at Full Terror Assault. But I don't do the booking. I don't do the booking for that festival, and I don't know how much the person the guy that runs that, he's in a band called Waco Jesus. They're kind of big in the grindcore scene. I know they've toured all over Europe and stuff. They've taken some American bands over to Europe with them. But he has a festival in Southern Illinois. It's like in the woods, and it's a lot of fun. It's crazy. The last time they didn't do it in 2020, obviously, but in 2019, Soulfly played. They were the last band that played, and at the end when they did Eye for an Eye, everybody got up on stage, and it was killer, man. It was a killer time. But yeah, you guys would fit in really well there. I could totally see you guys tearing it up there. That would be sweet if you guys. It'd be sweet if you guys came back to the United States. I know.
Our dream.
I mean, back for the first time. When I spoke with Mateusz, if I remember correctly, Terrordome was not in United States yet.
You've never played in the United States?
No, we've been to China, Brazil, and Japan only. So this is our dream to appear there.
You just named 3 countries I haven't been to.
And he made it so casual, No, we're not touring much. Just Brazil, China, Japan, just regular stuff.
I did see some of your videos from Japan. There were some small clubs that you guys played there.
Yeah, exactly. Like 100 people, something like that. It was small shows, but only the True Trash Festival was like for 300 or 400 people. That was bigger. Yeah.
Nice. And then you made a studio video?
Yeah.
Oh.
At first, when we had the album, we decided to make a studio video by ourselves, with our iPhones, because we wanted to at least have something at the beginning. So for the album.
Yeah, I did see this. So that's your old drummer.
Well, this is our drummer that agreed to record drums on Straight Outta Smogtown. He's from the band Atomica and Chaos Synopsis.
Okay.
So we were in the situation like I had no drummer because I told the previous drummer to just leave the band because he was doing some crazy stuff that we didn't like, and the band was not moving forward. So he had to quit the band, and in the meantime I just called the guy from Brazil and then said to him, hey, we're just in the middle of we are just starting to record the new album, please save our asses here. And he decided to, okay, let's do that. I love you guys, so let's do it. Yeah, so we did it, and he did it perfectly because he has this Brazilian feeling in his hands, this samba mixed thrash metal blast and so on. So he did it perfectly. I love 3G. This is great guy.
So was he on the whole album or just the song?
He is on the full album. He recorded all the parts in few days and sent to us to Poland, and we recorded all the stuff to this.
Okay.
Yeah. I must say that we were, while recording the album, we were in the shitty situation because we lost the drummer. Then the bassist told us that he's leaving, but he wanted to record the album, but it was not in the way that we wanted. Because we wanted to chill in the studio to record it in a comfy, like having a good climate and so on, having some beers, take it easy, and it unfortunately it wasn't like that. But the result, I must say, is perfect. So me and the guitarist, you can see it here. This is Paula. I must say we could do it perfectly with the cooperation with the guys. So it happened. Yeah. I'm so happy with the result here.
Lucas, you were on the album, right? Or no?
No, I joined when the whole thing was already recorded.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, you got to redo it, Matt.
Exactly. But so we want to kick off the writing of new music right now and be in the studio like in 1 year or 2 years. So I really want to make the next album with the guys, and yeah, I'm very happy about that. Yeah, we were as I just think about that, we were in a shitty situation when recording straight out of Smog.
Right. Yeah, you didn't have a drummer, and your bass player was being a pud.
Yeah. But people are asking about that. They are interested in it, and they are like, well, "Why? What the fuck? This is different drummer. Now it's different drummer. What the hell is going on?"
Yeah,
that's cool. Well, I mean, that's how it goes with the band. You gotta. I can tell this is your passion. This is your love. This is your project, Mateus. And so you always have Terrordome, and you'll make the best with the best people. And hopefully Lucas won't be a jerk, and he'll stick around, and you guys can make it to the next level. And the album is excellent. I wouldn't bullshit you. So I really enjoyed listening to it, and I think you guys are a great band, and I can tell that your show would be a phenomenal show to go to. So I hope one day I can come to Poland and see you guys tear it up in the square in Krakow. That would be sweet. But a scummy little dirty venue would be just as fun. That'd be real. That's where the real metalheads live, right?
Yeah.
What's your favorite venue in Krakow? What's it called?
Favorite one?
Mm-hmm.
Now some bigger one maybe, like Kwadrat.
Maybe Kwadrat.
Yeah, we've got lots of that.
In English, it's Square.
Square.
Yeah, it's the Square. It's very big stage. It can there can be 1,000 people. Lots of bands are playing there, like Sick of It All, Madball, Suicidal Tendencies.
Yeah.
So we had a chance to play with Suicidal Tendencies there when they were on tour. Yeah, that was very nice.
Awesome. Did you bring Mike a Pepsi?
I brought him an album only on CD. But for the next time, I'll bring him some Pepsi Zero or something like that.
Pepsi Zero.
Must be on diet now.
Yeah, probably. That's funny. Yeah, man. Suicidal Tendencies. So, I mean, they probably didn't have Robert Trujillo as their bass player anymore since he's with Metallica now. But I mean, that's a band. Lucas, as a bass player, you had to fucking love to Suicidal Tendencies, right?
Yeah, I mean, every groovy band is a band I love. Just yesterday, I think a friend from work sent some links to Body Count videos and asking, "Hey, have you heard about this band?" Of course, I've heard about Body Count. Come on, man, it's Ice-T. But yeah, every groovy band I really enjoy.
And you know, you mentioned Body Count and Ice-T, and before we went up, I made a couple of comments about rap. Terrordome, that's from Public Enemy, right?
It comes from a few different things, but Public Enemy is the main inspiration here. Exactly. Yeah. It's
and then
like
Straight Out of Smogtown is like NWA, Straight Out of Compton.
Yeah. So when it comes to the Public Enemy, I heard them first in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 game, and I was like, "Fuck! They're playing with Anthrax. Hip hop or rap with metal," and they did it, and I like it so much, so that I started being interested in Public Enemy, and they had this Welcome to the Terrordome, and it was 2005 when Terrordome has started here. I mean, our band in Poland, and that there was a Katrina hurricane in New Orleans, and there was this dome, this big
the Superdome,
dome, and they called it Terrordome because of many weird things happening there, like people to the how people to the people were behaving and so on.
Yeah.
So this is the second thing why we call Terrordome a Terrordome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, New Orleans is it's a fun town. You guys, if you guys come to the United States, you have to come to New Orleans. If you guys come to the if you guys come to the United States, you got to let me go with you as your merchandise tour bus driver or something.
And tour guide, yeah.
Yeah, so absolutely. I know I can tell you everything about everywhere.
Disney-styled hydrants.
The what?
Disney-styled hydrants.
Oh, yeah, you saw that video. Yeah,
and finding water in weird places,
yeah. I like to, Mateus, you just met me, but Lucas he's been following me around for a while, and he sees I do like to travel and find weird, interesting things. So I know where everything is, and I know how to find things if I don't know. The United States is full of weird stuff. Because we have all this land, and the people are mostly on the East Coast or the West Coast, and then in the middle, it's just kind of really spread out. And so people, there's not. I mean, you can fly places, but most people just drive. I've driven all over the United States, which is crazy because it's so quicker to fly. But when you drive, you can go anywhere, you can see anything. And I've seen some weird stuff in this country.
Whoa.
So that's exciting thing. Like when you go on tour, some bands, they play the show, they get in the van, they drive to the next city, overnight. They don't even see anything, but that sucks. You gotta make it fun. You don't have to go to all the tourist stops, but one thing to know about tourist stops is they're popular for a reason. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's worth it to go to some things that you might think might be cheesy or overrated.
I remember in a documentary, I think it was called 20 Centuries of Torment. It was Cannibal Corpse documentary. Ice-T was there also saying really insightful things about being on tour or living on a tour. and he said people have this misconception. People outside, not from the metal community, they have this conception like, oh, being on tour is private jets and 5-star hotels, and he's like, no, it's gas stations, and sleeping in a car and eating frozen burrito out of gas station. So that's that's the luxury you have on the road. And he also said that you do that not for the money primarily, but because you love it. And he said the same goes for Cannibal Corpse or Lamb of God when I saw their documentaries or even Mastodon. They all say the same. Being on the road is kind of natural for them. Or Devil Driver, Des from Devil Driver used to say the same thing. Being on tour is everything,
Yeah.
Like, this is regular, and it's not because they live in 5-star hotels or something. It's because this is their way, They're not rich because of it. They're just doing it. They are famous as a side effect of touring.
Sure. Well, I mean, you have a family. You have a wife and a daughter.
Yep.
I don't know your family situation, Mateus. How difficult would that be to get on the road? And I know you were working on video, like making video games for Project Red, making Cyberpunk 2077. I know you're not doing that anymore. So how easy would it be for you to go on the road? I know, Mateus, you figured it out. You've gone to Brazil, China, and Japan.
Yeah.
So
I mean, for me, the games industry is not as rigid and strict as working for a regular corporation. As a programmer, for example.
So you're still programming, but games. But for somebody else.
Yeah. I moved to Techland. I have you heard about Dying Light game?
Mm-mm.
No, it's kind of a zombie with parkour vibe. You're
zombie with
around.
Parkour.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this kind of thing. I can give you a link later. But in this place, COVID and pandemic kind of was lucky for me in this case, because prior to that and without pandemic, the only way to work with this company is to move to Wrocław, so to other town in Poland, which I cannot do right now because of family that I have here and around. It's not like I can move easily. So this is one good thing, and the second good thing of pandemic is last year I joined Terrordome, and it was beginning of my new job. So if in my first month I told them, hey man, next month I need to go on tour and I won't be here for a month or something, that I guess that would be difficult. So now I have this kind of good time to get familiarize myself with new company, to get to know people. So when COVID is over, I hope soon, then it will be easier to kind of I will be pretty much set up in a new place, so it will be easier to speak about planning some tour or something. So it's not impossible. Well, and it will be easier thanks to this window I have right now.
And you can take the laptop on the road with you.
Yeah, that's true.
You can Skype with your family every day.
Yeah. I mean, in my case, touring is when I was starting playing guitar and I was just by myself without any bands in my past. I used to watch documentaries of Lamb of God, of Devil Driver, being on the tour, on the road, and it looked so kind of. I know that this is not luxurious lifestyle by any means, but somehow it looked kind of intriguing for me, and it's like, oh, this is really cool. They're traveling from place to place and playing shows. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they play in a small venue, sometimes they play big stage on the festival, and now I'm missing tour. But when I used to be on tour, I was constantly on phone or sending pictures, because when I was with one of my previous bands in Romania on tour, it was just a couple months after birth of my daughter. So my wife was sending me pics, of my newly born kid, and it was and it's not easy,
I
And
can
on
imagine.
on one hand, you are kind of missing going on tour, but when you are on tour, you're kind of also family guy, and you also kind of miss your family. So it's like
Sure.
the struggle between being on tour and being home.
Yeah.
And for me, it's always been like that. I like being on tour, but then when I'm on tour, it's not like I'm constantly crying or something, but still, I in head I'm with my family. So yeah.
So I think when pandemic is over, we will tour, but not so much, because I also experienced lots of crazy stuff on our gigs. We had like more than 250, almost 300 shows we played with Terrordome before, and we experienced, I guess, almost everything that experienced also these higher bands. Sleeping on the couches, on the floor, in the car, some crazy situations like putting a gun pointed at you in Brazil when they wanted to rob us, and they finally robbed us. And so I also have a big problems with my back because of traveling. You were sitting like 10 hours in the van, you got to the venue, played a fast concert. You were not
Unload your gear.
yeah, loading gear, then going back to the van. It destroyed my back, so I want to take everything easy and like have like maybe maximum 2 tours yearly, because we've got our jobs here, and it's like our holiday to go on the tour.
Sure.
I know there is no money from that, so that we want to have a pleasure by
Right.
doing. So maybe one tour in some other country, and one tour in our country should be enough a year, or some festivals from time to time. That would be nice, but we don't want to push. I like to focus on the work in the studio, so that I'm very easygoing with the guys. What do they decide? Let's do that, but take it easy.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, guys.
I don't have kids because I focus only on the music. My wife is a writer. I'm a guitar player and songwriter, let's say. But we also have our daily jobs, so that we can earn the money for the house and some other things. So
right.
Yeah, we're okay with that. What is currently here.
Awesome. Well, I hope things happen soon. Your album here. I got to show your Bandcamp real quick.
Yeah, sure.
I remember Europe posting on your group that post your Bandcamp or whatever, because I'm buying full sleeves or something.
Yeah,
and I posted, our stuff, and then you said, "Well, there's no full sleeves," and I'm like, "Damn it!"
yeah. Let's look at your merch. I mean, you got some sweet short sleeve shirts on here. You've got cassette tape. So you've got straight out of Smogtown. You've got the CD. You've got a black cassette, a yellow cassette, straight out of Smogtown T-shirt with the like straight out of Compton font.
Exactly.
And you've got the straight out of Smogtown shirt with the album art.
Yeah.
And then straight out of how do you say that?
Pripyat. Yeah. It's the Chernobyl city.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's actually really sweet.
Well, in the vein of SOD.
Yeah, exactly. With the SOD, they play Full Terror Assault. They'll be there. Billy Milano's like the host, so it's a half SOD, half MOD set.
Yeah, exactly.
That he does.
We're talking always with Tony Scalione. He played in MOD, so he knows Billy, but he told me that he's not in touch with him right now. But yeah, we're in touch with Tony, and he's always happy to talk some funny situations with MOD and Whiplash. He was
sick.
also he was also playing in Slayer. He was replacing Lombardo after Rain in Blood on the tour. So he's very great guy.
I mean, he's good, man. Dave Lombardo.
Yeah.
You guys even have back patches. Look at that.
Yeah, we've got lots of back patches.
With the cop, the skull cop.
I hate updating the the stocks here, but yeah, they must be up to date always. It's a lot of work with that stuff.
Yeah,
here.
We call them fanny bags. You guys have a lot of merchandise on here. Here's your older albums.
Yep.
Here's the back patch again. This one's only €3. Why is this one €3?
Yeah, this one is very old.
Okay.
An older one.
This one, that's pretty sweet though, man. €10. I wonder what the conversion is right now. All right.
They are like quite similar to dollar.
16. It's close.
Similar to dollar.
Let's see. If I put, how do I?
They're around $11 or $12.
Oh, it says, it can name your price. Okay. Oh, it says 1927 USD plus 723 shipping for United States. So it's like here I'll make it €17. That I'll add an extra euro.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. All right, fine. I'll give you 20 euros. 20 euros.
I leave this band. I'll buy a home.
There we go.
With a sequel.
All right, I'll do this later. It's 2 a.m. It's past 2 a.m. there, so I will let you guys go. But thank you guys so much for staying up with me and hanging out on this most metal Monday night or Tuesday morning for you. I know you guys probably have to wake up in a few hours and get to work, so I appreciate it. I could have done this earlier for you, but
no worries. As I told you, we want to get good time with your audience, so we'll adjust.
Where the fuck are they? They're not here.
We're here.
You guys are here. I'm sorry about that, guys.
No worries, man.
I told you about my whole Facebook situation, and it is a little better when I can share this on Facebook at the same time. So, but it'll be on YouTube. It'll live on YouTube. So this video, you guys can share this out, and people can see it.
We can repost it on Twitter, also on Facebook.
Yeah, Twitter, all that stuff. Yeah. So thanks so much, guys. I'll let you go to bed. Get some sleep.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having us.
And I'll get that sweet shirt.
Perfect. Thank you for the
nice. That was. And I'm serious. I really do. This is a heavy metal travel show. I like to travel, and I would love to come to Krakow and see you guys play, or just hang out and drink some alcohol-free beer or water. Maybe that's what I could do. I can find the best spring water in all of the world.
In Smogtown.
In Smogtown, yeah.
Yep. Hidden gem. Yep.
Hidden gem. Cool. All right, guys. Anything else? Anything else you guys want to say before I let you guys go? I got a few announcements I got to make after you guys are done.
Yeah. So thanks a lot to the one viewer who else is there. Enjoy the music. You can watch some videos.
There are going to be thousands of people that watch this later. What do you want the thousands of people to know, other than that they need to give this video a thumbs up?
So thousands of people watch our videos. there is lots of things to come, new videos, new official music videos, and I hope so a new album will appear. But for now, enjoy Straight Outta Smogtown and let us know in comments and so on what you think about that. Even critics is welcome here. So
no,
yeah.
it's awesome. It's a fucking, if you like thrash, it's fucking killer. There's nothing wrong with it except for the bass playing can be a little better. If you had Lucas, I think you should re-record the album with Lucas on there. Throw in a little bit of slap funk bass on there. You know, what would Davey 504 say? Slap it.
Yep.
No pick. No pick.
Yep. Unfortunately, I play with a pick, so I'm on the list of Davey. Yeah.
You have to when you're playing thrash. I mean, you could do some slapping, but for your style, it's better to play with the pick. I understand how it is. It's fine. Plus, you don't want your thumbs to bleed off or whatever. You don't want to be like Kerry King, just playing with bloody stumps. You know,
with my thumb.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. This was awesome. I'm gonna complete this purchase. I can't wait to get that Terrordome shirt here in Texas. I gave you the 20 euros. There you go. I gave you more than one extra euro.
I'll send you also something special.
Oh, something special. All right.
Yep.
Thank you. All right, guys. Have a good night, and I will talk to you all again soon.
Evening.
Have a nice one.
All right. Sure. All right, that was Terrordome from Straight Outta Smogtown is the new album. You can listen to it on all the streaming platforms. They have some cool killer videos. I'm not shitting you. It is a fucking killer album. And I'm not just saying that because they're my homies. They are super good. And I can't wait to see them whenever that may be. I have no clue, but one day I will see them play. So awesome guys. All right, so I got to let you know, earlier today, I went to go see the Prehistoric Beasts at the Houston Zoo. That video is up. You can see that now. Yesterday, I went to go see the Boston Celtics destroy the Houston Rockets at Toyota Center. It was weird to go to an NBA game this year with everything that's gone on. So it was an interesting look at everything you need to do to go to an NBA game. So if you're interested in checking out an NBA game, you might want to see that video. Most Metal Monday nights, I've got so many booked coming up. Next week, I have Dead Wolf from Toronto. They are on Metal Assault Records. They're kind of like a 70s kind of a groove metal band, kind of like that. I'm not sure if that's a good way to describe them. They're pretty cool. They have cool mustaches and mullets and stuff. So that'll be fun to have them on the show. On the 29th, I have Arcana. They are a band from Portland. They have a fun YouTube channel where they eat frozen pizza and they practice in their attic. So that'll be fun to talk about. In April, going into April on the 5th, I'm going to have Hannah Bearcat. She was the Wacken Metal Battle Texas winner last year. This was like the last show on the whole Metal Battle. And she was the only USA finalist, and obviously they didn't have a USA final. So it'll be interesting to catch up with her over what's been going on the past year. The 12th, Gravehuffer from Joplin, Missouri. I had them scheduled last month, but there was that huge snowstorm that wiped out everything here and where they are. So we got that rescheduled for the 12th. April 9th, I'm going to be doing this a little earlier because I'm talking to a band in Germany called Depraved Entity. So we're going to do that at noon Central Time. Sorry, I could have done the Terrordome one earlier today too. Actually, we couldn't because I went to the zoo. And that's it. So I have the rest of March and most of April booked. And if you are in a metal band and you would like to be on this show, make sure to talk to my secretary Demu here, and she can get you scheduled. Demu. All right, until next time, remember, drink water, listen to metal, enjoy nature, and have the most epic adventures. Blah!